he loves Nepal. Thank you so much, Craig.
Right.
Thank you. Yes.
I'm just going to keep sipping from my R2D2 cup to make sure that I'm speaking clearly for you today. So Srijana and Mr. Amar and myself, we wanted to really help out teachers and educators and give you some content and some activities that you could do while working from home. As a Google certified innovator and connecting with my colleagues around the world, some people are ahead of us and have been working from home for quite some time as they've responded to this challenging situation. So we're able to learn what they've done and really leverage the activities that they've done that work. And so the message that I keep getting from around the world is keep it simple. Keep it simple. So for HODs and leaders that are on the call today, we want to share with you how we would like to help you to keep it simple for your teachers, your students, and the families that you serve, and make sure that you can start the academic year very, very soon with the Nepal curriculum, but online. So the session this morning is really for HODs from grade 1 to grade 5 for science, maths, English, and social studies. So science, maths, English, and social studies. If you look after other subjects, no problem. You probably need to support educators and other HODs, so no problem at all. So let me jump into things for you. The 3DI team have been working feverishly over the last few days to make sure we've got some content for you so you can deliver the Nepal curriculum in science, maths, English, and social studies starting very, very soon. So if you find that the camera image is blocking your view and it's on the right, then you can click the minimize button or the hide thumbnail button. Hopefully you can see it across the top, but basically in the top right-hand side of your screen, there's some different views. And if you click the different views, there's gallery view, spotlight view, but hopefully you can see the big screen and see my white slides that I'm presenting today. So what we would like to do for you as HODs and leaders today is just share with you what we're planning, and then we'll get your feedback. We want to provide resources to you for both sides of the equation. So Srijana, feel free to jump in at any time and interrupt me, okay?
Yes, thank you so much, Craig. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to do resources for you and create them for you and complete them for you for both sides of the teaching equation. And that means students and for teachers in your teaching teams. So let's just focus on the students for now. What we'd really like to do is have consistency and keep it simple with similar resources for students so they know what resources they access, how to access them, and how to use them to learn, given that when you start your academic year, it will probably be working from home. So what we want to use are Google Slides. This will be very familiar for most teachers, most schools, and most students using slides. So we're going to keep it very simple and use similar resources. So it will be a slide set for science, English, maths, and social studies. We're also going to use Quizlet. Now, Quizlet is an online website, which is quite simple to use. And what it will do is give students a consistent and similar platform where they can practice what they're learning from the resources the teachers give them. So for students, we want consistency, we want simple, and we want it to be something that can be easily accessed. So if you can see my camera, this amazing device, a cellular phone, mobile phone. If students have one of these, they can access everything that we are developing for your teachers as HODs. If students have access to a laptop, even better, but everything will work inside a hand phone. This is what we're trying to do. We say hand phone in Indonesia. So Google Slides and Quizlets, also what we're developing for you are free resources. So you as HODs and school leaders and for your teachers, you don't have to buy any of these resources. You don't have to get a professional version of Zoom, though you could if you wanted, but you don't have to. You don't have to buy Google Slides. You don't have to pay for Quizlet either, okay? Also, we're going to provide resources and instructions for students on how to use this. We spoke with some school leaders last week, and really one of the questions was, how will our students know how to use these? So we're going to create, and I've already created some simple videos on how to use these resources, the Google Slides and also the Quizlet. All right, so we'll provide instructions that you could simply share with your students and families. Now, if your teachers want to make additional instructions, you absolutely can, but we've already made some simple instructions for them. We'll give links to all the platforms, so students just have to click it to access it. Click it to access it. In the chat right now, I would love you to write for me if you understand and if you can hear me clearly. Click it. Just type click it. C-L-I-C-K. New word, it. There we go. Anisha, you're here. Fantastic. One of our Masters in Education students. Click it. Njana, fantastic. BJ, one of our Masters in Education students. Sunita, fantastic. Amrit, great to see you. Click it. Look at all of those click its. Very, very good. You got it. So what we want to do is make it very simple for educators and for the students. Just click it to open it and use it. Yeah. So links to all the platforms, and we'll give instructions on how to set up the free account. So any of the platforms we give to you, which is Google Slides and Quizlet, can be used on any type of device easily. So just for teachers as well, on the other side of this teaching equation, we want to make sure that we have consistency. And so most schools, if not every school teacher, will have a Google account, a Gmail account. If you don't have a Gmail account, you'll need to set one up for free so that we're all using simple, consistent, free resources. If your school is a Google school, fantastic, amazing. But you can just set up a free Gmail account. We're going to do basic to complex. Basic to complex. Now, if your school is not using Google Classroom, you're not a Google school, it's okay. We're going to share resources with you that you can use without being a complex school, without having Google Classroom, without having a G Suite school. So let's just test and see in the chat now. If you are in fact a Google school, meaning you've got G Suite, can you type into the chat right now, Google School, Google School. If you are a Google school, if you've got G Suite. Okay, so Sunita, Ramina, Ushan, Dolka. Okay, so a few Google schools. If you are a Google school, maybe you're a Google school, but you're not using Google Classroom, and that's okay. If you actually use Google Classroom in your schools, can you type in Classroom? Just type in Classroom in the chat for us. Let's see if you're using Google Classroom. Sunita, Amrit, okay. Some of our Masters in Education students. Okay, great. So if you are using Classroom, Google Classroom, which is quite a few of you, all of the resources that we're sharing with you, you'll be able to instantly, with your teachers, put them into Google Classroom. No problem. It'll be easy peasy. If you're not using Google Classroom, no problem. You don't have to set it up. And in fact, I don't encourage you to set it up. Don't worry about trying to raise the complexity level. Just use what we give you and share the resources straight away. So we're going to do multimedia, which means Google Slides, so students can learn at their own pace and move through the slides. Also inside the slides will be videos so that they can learn by seeing and doing and listening. Also, we will have assessments, and then we'll enable your teachers to collect that assessment data, right? So we will enable your teachers to collect that assessment data because the students will learn, then they'll do Quizlet, which will test them. Then what do they do with that result? What do they do with their 50%, their 70%, their 90%? What do they do with that? We'll show you how to capture that very simply and very, very easily using a Google Doc. So Google Slides, a Quizlet, and a Google Doc. Same similar platform for everything. Let's keep life simple. Consistently, we've heard from all around the world with schools that are already ahead of us, ahead of Indonesia and ahead of Nepal, keep it simple, right? So everything that we are using and giving you, you can use them as templates and your teachers can use them as templates. You can customize them. This will allow your teachers to differentiate them. So if you've got students that are working at a fast pace, you can give them faster access. If you have students that are working at a slower pace, you can give them drip-fed slides as you need to. So you can differentiate the learning, you can personalize it, and you can individualize it for your students and let them pursue learning at their own pace or keep up the pace with the teacher. So you can customize it completely for your use. The only thing we would ask you to do is leave the 3DI logo on the Google Slides as we give them to you. So for teachers, we want to really help you as school leaders and as HODs with training. Yes, we do. So at the end of this, this presentation, we'll have time for Q&A, but really we want to give training for teachers on how to customize the resources that we give you and how to access the resources that we give you. So access and customize. Can we just make sure the connection's working okay? In the chat, could you type in for us, customize, if you heard me correctly, customize, customize. Okay, Binyaya, wow, look at that, look at all those responses, brilliant. Naina, fantastic. Shrivani, Pragya, one of our Masters in Education students, wonderful. Chandra, great. Abhishek, brilliant, okay. So we do want to make sure you have the opportunity to customize. Srijana, can I just get you to mute just for now, please?
Yes, Craig.
Thank you. So for the training for both sides of the equation for teacher use, we want to help you with two things, sharing and customization. So for the sharing, we're going to give you all of the resources. HODs will give you access, and we'll give you access, and you can decide on how you share those with your teachers. They will have full access, and you just guide your teachers on how you want to share them, yeah? So here is the simple thing. File, make a copy. And I'm going to show you how as HODs, and this is how we're going to train the teachers. File, make a copy. Okay, it's as simple as that. When you open the Google Slides, file, make a copy. This means that your teachers will have their own copy of the slides in their own Google Drive and their own Gmail account, okay? So that's really, really simple. First thing they need to do is file, make a copy, and I'll train them how to do that. Then they simply share that with the students for the training, yeah? So teachers can share the learning resources directly with their students. And we're going to make that simple by giving you a short link to share. Teachers will also share the data gathering Google Doc. It's very simple. The students just write their name and the result they got. So simple. So teachers will share the training resources, teachers will share the learning resources, and teachers will share the data gathering document. So right at the very basic level, if you're not using Google Classroom, you're not a G Suite school, you don't have a learning management system, teachers can share the link to the learning resources directly with the students. Teachers can share directly with the students the data gathering document. All right, so we'll show the teachers how to do that. Very, very simple. Now, at the other end of the scale, if teachers want to customize, again, all they have to do is file, make a copy, and that will move a copy and make a copy of the slides and the resources into the teacher's Gmail or Google Drive, yeah? You can customize everything. The teachers can customize everything. You can change the template. You can add new questions. You can add in a different video or add more resources. Completely up to you. We would only ask that you leave the 3DI logo. You can include the PDFs and the videos and the assessment gathering Google Doc. You can include it in your learning management system. You can include it in Google Classroom immediately and customize it to your heart's content. So you have complete freedom on how to do that. So HODs, I believe Ms. Srijana has confirmed this training timetable because you're on the call right now. I'll get Srijana to just unmute herself. Srijana, can you confirm that everyone has confirmed this training timetable?
Yes. Yes, Craig.
Great. HODs in the chat, can you just write in the chat for us, got it? If you've got this timetable for training, can you just type in, got it? BJ, man, you're super fast. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Look at all this. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Hot it. Someone hotted it. You got it. Okay. You're like me, eh? When you're trying to be fast, autocorrect gets you. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Brilliant. So we will be, the 3DI team will be doing training for HODs right now, sharing the system with you and getting your feedback for grade 1 to 5. In the afternoon today at 1 o'clock, your time, Kathmandu time, we'll do grades 6 to 10. So this is our training timetable. So maths is Tuesday, science is Wednesday, English is Thursday, and social studies Friday. In the mornings, grade 1 to 5. In the afternoon, grade 6 to 10. So see, we're being consistent too. We want to keep it simple for you. Srijana, is there anything that you from the 3DI in Kathmandu team, is there anything you need to communicate about this to everybody?
I just want to tell all the HODs to make sure that the training sessions that we have following tomorrow, only the interested teachers should, fill the enrollment forms and log in. Because I've noticed that they fill in the form, but they do not attend the session. Please, HODs, kindly make sure that the names that you've given to us, they, are there for the session so that they get the maximum benefit from the session. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, that's great. And just to let everyone know, we will actually be recording the sessions, but please be patient with us because I'm sure that after every training session, Srijana might be bombarded with questions. And so the recording for every single one of these will be released back to school leaders to share with their teachers. So for example, this right now, this is being recorded, and so you'll get access to that. Yep. So this is being recorded, and for all of the training sessions for everybody, we will release that for you as well for all of the teachers. Srijana, would you prefer that HODs are communicating with you, principals are communicating with you, or all the teachers as well? What do you prefer?
Craig, it would be the principals and the heads.
Okay, sounds great.
Thank you.
All righty. Let me just check my settings. Give me just a second, everybody. Okay, moving on. So for those of you that are using Google Classroom, Srijana, I might get you to mute yourself just while we're continuing. So for those of you using Google Classroom, just let the 3DI team know if you need any additional assistance. But I think if you're using Google Classroom, you'll be really comfortable with grabbing the Google Slides and dropping them into the learning stream for classes. But let us know if you need any help and we will support you with your use. All of the resources we've created, you can include them in Google Classroom because the slides and the doc are Google resources, and so that means you can customize them, no problem. Yeah. At the end of this presentation, I'll give you more information on that. My very good friend Eric from the United States, he's a Google certified innovator and was trained with me in 2017. So Eric has created a series of videos to show you how to set up Google Classroom. So if you're new to Google Classroom, the series of videos that he's created, and they're at the end of the slideshow, they're fantastic, and they will help you right from setting up Google Classroom to adding students, putting assignments, adding work, and monitoring and communicating. So I'll show you those at the end, okay? So for those of you without Google Classroom, we've made it really, really simple. You can just share the Google Slides, you can share the student training, and of course you can share the learning resources as well. It's a slide set and it's an assessment document. So this is the thing. Always, this is what to tell your teachers, always be logged into your Gmail.